Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm working with Lester and Captain are here for a session, and again, we're continuing the process of, starting to create relational change. The Captain with his reactivity to other dogs. And so what we're going to do here with Lester is going to be walking around, and I'm just going to do a little fine tuning, okay, with this. So basically, just to cover off what I'm going to be doing here is working on the basic method. Lester's coming along really, really well, so there's some good stuff happening here. Captain is like at a police dog level. I don't know if you understand. He's a German Shepherd. He has incredible drive levels. He reminds me a lot of my first police dog, so so it requires really a sharper type of handling because we're in the middle of an intervention basically. He's had some control issues, but they're cleaning up really well. But here, what we're going to do here is I'm adding on to the method. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding on to some of the technique to fill in the gaps. That's how I call it. So Lester's going to move around here in a minute. What I'm going to be doing is, again, Lester, whatever side that you want to walk him on, that's the side that stays on the inside, right? So as Lester moves around, he's going to do the circle method. And he's going to be keeping Captain on his inside. So that way he can use his leg to block. There's a blocking maneuver. This comes around, and if Captain's trying to get out in front. And so here what he's going to be doing too, he's going to be adding on, a couple things he's adding on. He's adding on lots of downs. And he's going to be doing push-pull when Captain is in the down position, to speak more language of the method. And he's going to be doing something a little different here. You're going to see me doing it. Is he's going to be slowing Captain down a little bit from the down up into the sit position. When I say slow down, without being unfair about it, is going to put a little bit of pressure to slow it down. What that helps to do is it helps expose the motives and control issues the dog has. Because what happens when we do that is that represents me being in more control, okay, of the interaction. And how you can tell that it's needed is the dog's reaction to it with what's reasonable. So we're going to start to apply that methodology as well to help to fill in the gaps, so to speak, a little bit. And then at the same time too, as you do it, tighter circles, I mentioned that sometimes you have to, the dog is really investing, we get feedback that you need to do a tighter circle, we'll move in tighter, but that comes after when we bring Polly up. So we're going to see the video too, after this one, of Lester Captain working with Polly. You saw a couple videos of him doing that already. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be coaching Lester, and see me coaching him. I'm going to be just kind of focusing in on how this lines up. It's always good to do this before you bring the other dog out because you want a foundation. I don't want to just get right into it with Polly. I want to be able to, at first, just to see, make sure things are coming together really well before you kind of increase expectations. So whenever you're ready, Lester, you can start to move with them now. Circles. Yep, just start to do the circle. Stop. Pretty quickly right away. So put him in the sit right now. Put some down pressure on him. Yep. Okay, now releasing up. You don't have to stop release. And you notice here, okay, good. Now, that's good. Now, just move forward, tap, moving it up. Moving it up to a tight circle, yeah. Circle a little tighter here. Put him into a sit again. But here you notice with Captain, his response to it's pretty high because it's physiological. So here, that's what we want to do too, is try to make sure your hands, the switch of root going from switching the leash hand back and forth, make sure it's loose enough so that you can move it back pretty quickly. Because what you really need to do here is, while you're still kind of moving, is move that hand over so you're ready to kind of go. Like one move ahead of him a little bit. So that's fine. But whenever you're ready, go again. Start moving circles. Yeah, these tight circles. Yeah, really tight. That's good. Now slow down, put it in the sit, and make yourself busy here. You can decide. Yeah, see, you move to him. Don't move to him. And now don't even try to do it down there at all. Because really here, what happened was, right? It's the moving. He got out here a little bit, a few inches, and then you you had to move to him, and so that's control. And if you try to do the down, it's going to yell and even more, right? You can have more response. That's why I say when you have the, here, let me take the leash here for a second. So here, when you have it like this, okay, you want to have it almost so I can really, because here, I think part of the problem is with your hand way up in here, stop, and then trying to mess with this. Try to loosely just hold it. Because you have to almost like be able to switch this back and forth faster. So for example, if I'm moving here with him, I can't let it be a hindrance at all. I want it to be, you know, because again, it's a tool, right? Same thing, moving with him. It's here too. As you do, you want to kind of try to relax more. So that, you know, you can kind of, relaxation is like confidence, right? It's the same thing, relax. Sometimes I know it's hard to relax, but try to relax. And what I was going to say is that what's happening is that there's a gap there. Like when you stop with him, he's getting out. You know, so you have to kind of, the reason I say this has to be kind of more loosey a little bit here, because I have to keep my hand out here, because on my left side, just transfer everything and do it to the right side, it doesn't matter. But if I'm stopping with him, like this, I'm about to stop, I need to get ready here to get him in. Because then when I do the down, see, it's going to accept it. The reason that yelping stuff is going on a lot of times is because he's gaining some control through the ability to be able to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a little bit more, you know, just kind of loose with this to enable this. See how I'm handling the leash here? Having wrapped up like this is fine, but just kind of, you have to get your hand over here a little faster. Kind of watch you for a second. You're doing good. It's just trying to kind of same thing. You got time to just move your hand right. You can work it like this a little bit. See what how I'm doing it here? Just like, you know, it's more because it's like language, right? Same thing. I'm not going to use that video, so don't worry about any of this stuff here. Just like language.